Leaders ask me the question, how do you improve morale on the team? We go out of our way to try to hire diverse team members, but then they leave after 6 months. What's going wrong? Or another organization, we go out of our way to try to hire female engineers. But then after 6 months, they go to marketing or they go to project management, and we end up with no female engineers. What is up with that? Our churn rate among our tech staff is very high, and that is so expensive. What is up with that? These folks all have had ways they've tried to address that problem. The first group thought that having a picnic with free hot dogs and free t-shirts was going to help improve morale. The second group wanted to have an off-site golf tournament at 7 in the morning. The best engineer in the team said, "I'd rather work than go to a golf outing at 7 in the morning." The third group decided they would have an employee resource group for their female engineers. They went out of their way to hire, recruit women engineers. But no one told the men that they needed to change the way they were communicating with the women. And some of the men would say things like, "Oh, that's a technical issue. You wouldn't understand." Colleague, I use the term loosely, colleague, said, "My dick is bigger than yours." And I thought, I don't even have a dick. You're setting the bar pretty low. The phrase, asymptotically approaching zero, comes to mind. I jumped into a leadership role. I had a master's degree in computer science, but that did not prepare me for the leadership skills I needed to manage and lead a group of 10 engineers working in 2 different states. And my group had some interesting challenges. One of the engineers was very, very talented, but he was a massive prima donna who was always disrupting the rest of the team. I also had a supervisor working for me who was sexually harassing one of his reports. And my team was not the organization's baby. The organization's baby was a parallel team. They were loved, we were just there. So I had to jump into this role, feet first, get ready, learn everything I needed to learn. I started reading articles, reading books, attending training. I jumped in with both feet. I learned how to deal with the prima donna. I learned how to get his respect and to help him learn that he had to change his behavior if he wanted to get what he wanted. I reorganized the group to get rid of the harassment problem. I learned how to interact with my peers and my managers so that I could get what I needed in terms of resources, even though I was not the baby, the beloved baby of the organization. What I learned was, in order to have a high-performing, high-morale team, you need to have trust and respect. So what's the secret sauce in that? What do you need? Well, you need to listen attentively, you need to respect, you need to appreciate the skills that the other person brings. Most of all, you need to be present during these conversations. That's the total engagement conversation model. It takes practice. Just like a young child learning to tie their shoes, they have to practice over and over and over again, and then they've got it. My model, with a little practice, spread over multiple teams, informs the behavior of the entire organization. Total engagement conversations lead to creative approaches. Total engagement conversations lead to engaged leaders and engaged employees because everyone has bought into the plan or the schedule or whatever it is you're working on. Let me give you an example of how this works. I worked with a group of mid-level managers 12 years ago, and I followed them through their career. It was very successful with them to use the total engagement conversations method, and after they saw its value, they sent all of their employees to learn the same techniques and method. 12 years later, 70% of those one-time mid-level managers are in the C-suite. Practicing this one behavior improved their leadership skills and in turn improved morale and productivity across the entire organization. Picture a world where you felt heard by your boss. Picture a world where you felt seen by your boss. And picture a world where you felt respected by your boss. What would happen if everyone in your organization felt seen, felt heard, and felt respected? That's the power of total engagement conversations.